What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Ulon.Life. My name is Eson. I am your host, and I have my lovely co-host with me, Cynthia. How was your week, Cynthia?
My weekend was awesome.
Our weekend was off the chain. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So as you know, tonight we're going to get deep, and we always open our show with the hottest spoken word artists around Chicago. Tonight we are in for a treat because I got one of my homeboys to come straight back, all the way back, when it wasn't even, when Love Jones going on up in this piece. You know, we was getting down, doing, flaming shows all over Chicago. So now we are like legends. Without further ado, y'all get ready. My boy, Hood Rays.
I confess. Lady, your finesse is doing something to my psyche.
Come on.
And I'm attracted to beautiful minds, so I appreciate the fact that your pen game is mighty, but don't take my words lightly. Cause the texture of your flesh is like my favorite flavor of cake icing, and it's screaming out, hood, bite me. With a phenomenal feminine physique that had to be sculpted by the goddess of love herself, Aphrodite. With both inner and outward beauty, you had to be the perfect ending in many men's fairy tales. I myself have longed for the moment will our bodies become connected yet lying parallel as we gravitate to the point of physical climax or true bliss, whichever is defined first. But I'm speaking in terms of sensuality, not sexuality, because as a man, I realize I gotta make love to your mind first. These feelings I confess are so complex they can't be expressed in a simplistic rhyme verse. See, cause I desire you. But it'll be ungentlemanlike to express out loud some of the things that I desire to do. Like use the tip of my tongue, find that sweet spot and extinguish some of that fire in you. See, but this ain't just pillow talk.
All right. Hey, okay. What's up, y'all? Hey,
for part two.
Move on in.
Okay.
I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Is he gonna keep
Right, exactly.
Hey, I was in the mood.
Right.
Hey, well look, man, see, I told you, boy, you learned out like we're gonna get it cracking up in here, baby.
Yes, sir.
So, Hood Rays, you know what I'm saying? So now that you're a part of our forum tonight, man, again, welcome to Ulon.Life, man. You know how long we've been doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know the viewers want to know real quick, what's going on with Hood Rays, what you got going on, and how can people get in touch with you?
First and foremost, peace and blessings. Hood Rays representing the West Side always.
West Side.
At
Okay,
Ease
all right.
Sundays, president and founder, Team at Ease Entertainment. Salute always. You can find me at Hood Rays, just one word, no crazy spelling.
Okay.
HOODRAISED. Hood Raised everywhere.
Regular spelling, y'all.
HoodRaisedPoetry.com. That's I have a book out that I just had a milestone.
Awesome.
800 copies sold.
Hey, all right. Doing this thing, y'all.
Recently, last week I was on Channel 26, The Jam,
All right, The Jam.
Sexual Assault
That's
Awareness,
Awesome.
the movement. It's all about the art with me. You know what I mean? I'm always in the ears of these young men trying to show them something different.
That's right.
So,
and as you know, back in the day, it was only like a couple of us that was really coming from the street aspect in the spoken word.
Absolutely.
Me, you, Red Storm, and probably maybe Odyssey a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, that was our niche, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you heard spoken word street from the hood, it was Hood Ray, Queso G.
Yes, sir.
You know, when he
Yes, sir.
signed in, I was Queso,
Queso
you know,
G,
everybody know
yes, sir.
Queso G, you know what I'm saying? And a couple others, but I'm saying it's good to see that you're still in the art. I mean, I wanted to know the community activism full stream, full throttle, and you've taken it and you've elevated, man.
Absolutely.
And much love, fam. You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate
You're
that.
doing it.
Appreciate
And you
that.
know we've been ripping stages everywhere.
Man,
so
for years,
it's always
for
good
years.
for years.
Yeah.
In case I was watching too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've never heard you doing anything.
Oh, you
Just
will.
so you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
you will.
Okay.
You know, everybody will.
Storytelling.
Yeah,
storytelling.
they will.
Okay.
They will.
Yeah.
So, Hood Rays, again, and I know a lot of people want to know because people have been tuning in for a minute. What brought you into the spoken word game? What made you really want to, you know what I'm saying, go and shed light as far as what you've seen in your community?
Growing up, hip hop was all like most spoken word artists. We were all hip hop heads at first. You know what I mean? I grew up in the era where hip hop had words about it. It wasn't about the sound.
Right.
So, but then there was an element. There was a point where it transitioned where you could hear more sounds without the lyricism and the storytelling, which is the most important part. So, being a writer, I got introduced to the spoken word scene literally, you know, I want to say 2004. And walked in, I heard Momentum and Odyssey,
Right.
and my brother Jason, and instantly I was addicted, and so I found a way where I could still use my voice, you know, to be the direction, to be the guideline, and without losing my passion, the words,
Exactly.
and then from there, opportunity after opportunity after opportunity presented itself. one of my favorite stories I like to tell is I was at the Touch of the Past one time, and this group, Simba, Safe in My Brother's Arms. It was about people of color taking the streets back, but it's potentially the black male. It was about being there. They flew me and Jason out to Stockton, California, to speak at the Stockton Correctional Facility,
Really?
and brothers in there, the OGs in there was like, man, bro, the stuff that you speaking now, if I would have heard this 10 years ago, I wouldn't be in here. They told me that, you know what I'm saying, the words are more than the art form, it's more than the gift. It's a passion, it's a purpose. So I gotta.
That's a story within itself. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's love, because I remember my first time going to the county jail, you know what I'm saying, and spitting and then speaking. Yeah. And I felt like, you know what I'm saying, well, maybe this is my trueness, because if I'm reaching these guys, ain't no telling who might not come back. You know what I'm saying? Through the art. And that's just, you know what I'm saying, that's powerful. So, as always, move on in, because you're going to be a part of the forum tonight. So, listen up, y'all. As y'all know at home, 312-738-1060. If you like anything you've heard tonight and just want to show some love, or you want to weigh in on a conversation, please feel free. 312-738-1060 for you viewers at home and our live. Tonight's theme, we are going in on new relationships and your friends. Say, for instance, you in a new relationship. How far should you take your friend's advice? You know what I'm saying? Are they, if your boy's single and he trying to tell you something, or your girl on her third marriage and she trying to tell you something, you know what I'm saying? How much should you take? Or, say, for instance, they just alone. They not with nobody. They just, by themselves, and it just been kind of you and them. Or y'all have had encounters before, you know what I'm saying, as far as kicking it hard and live, and now they see you with somebody, and they trying to tell you what, how prevalent is what they say as being your friends valid to your new relationship?
I'm gonna let the queen answer this first.
We always start off with the women, the ladies first, on the other side of the table. Sid, how do you feel about this?
First and foremost, you can learn anything from anybody. You can learn something from a kid. So I wouldn't ever turn down a conversation or advice from people. However, you take the good part and spit the bones out. And so it's maybe that person is single because she or he has been through 6, 7, 8, 10 marriages, and now deciding that it's best for me to just get to know self and then move accordingly. So it pretty much depends on the individual.
Okay, good advice. I feel that. Hood raised. Where you at with it?
Well, my pops always told me that whenever you taking advice, you got to consider the source.
Absolutely.
So the single player boy best friend he don't got information for me about a productive relationship. If I'm looking for relationship advice, I'm looking to the people that's been married 20 years, because they've been through the ups and downs, they've been through the trials and tribulations, and they still going.
Right.
My boy who chilling, who looking forward to just going out and go kick it at the spot.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
He's not the person I'm getting advice from.
Nice. Okay, so we're gonna shift up just a little bit because we're on the same topic. Say for instance, you in a good relationship, it's fresh, and you feel that this may be the one for you. All the right signs. You know what I'm saying? You may be a little leery because it's new, it's fresh, and you getting your feet wet again in the dating scene. You know what I'm saying? But all the symptoms are there. But your friends tell you, and this could be your friend, somebody who's been married for a while, you know what I'm saying? And they remember your last relationship, but they don't tell you anything good. They don't say, hey, you know what? I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you found somebody. They just started in on the mat like, man, your last relationship, hey, man, you better watch out. Ooh. How you feel about that, Sam? Let's start with you.
I'm going to pass that mic and let you
Okay. Again, the concept is still, it applies the same. Like, you receive advice. You apply it where it may, but you discard what doesn't apply. If it don't apply, let it fly. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because that's happened to me. You know what I mean? I've had that player stage. You know what I'm saying? Then I had the point where I was like, hey, I'm ready to be somebody's husband. Right. And my two rappies, two people that was been with me 20 plus years. One was the devil in the ear, one was the angel in the ear. Like, hey, bro, I'm proud of you. Gonna make that leap. The other was like, now you were not gonna stay. You know what I mean? And I
like the Tupac. Tell your wife she got a plan for life.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
real.
Not me though. Not me.
You have to be receptive to all the
Right.
information that comes to you. Just
Right.
apply it where it goes.
Right.
You know what I mean? If
Now
you're not ready, then don't jump.
Right, exactly. Now you know we have fun on here. So when I say I know that we have fun, but this is a serious topic.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Only because I know there's people out there that are definitely in old relationships trying to get rid of somebody, and there's
Absolutely.
people who are in new relationships trying to go forward.
Mm-hmm.
So let's switch it. Now, did you want to answer?
So
did you
real
wanna-
quick, just
yeah.
like you reiterated earlier, you got to consider the source, because everybody bring you information, whether they're your friend, your cousin, your brother, your whomever, ain't always got your best.
'Cause you gonna get bombarded.
You gotta
Right.
you gotta pray for the gift of discernment, and then you know let the Lord in your heart lead you.
Exactly.
True.
Alrighty. So, and we're following because tonight's theme again, y'all. Feel free to call in if you want to weigh in. It's 312-738-1060.
10-6.
And I want to say, because in all fairness, is there a cutoff point? If your friends, your so-called friends, are not as positive, or let's just say supportive, and they see you happy, is there a point when you say, man, look, man, enough is enough, man? I mean, like, I take your advice, fam, but dude, you know, this ain't that, you know, or for the females, if there's a woman who plays like she's your friend, but all along is really kind of hating on you, she really don't want to see you happy, because as long as you're not fully into that relationship, you still with her. You see what I'm saying? So is there a cutoff point? At what point do you think that you may have to cut off a so-called friend and just make your smaller circle tighter?
Well, I'm in the process of doing that now. I'm doing a 10-day detox as well as a 10-day
physical
spirit.
one, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So at this point, I've been cutting people off that I've been known 10, 15, 5, 6 years.
Go,
It don't
girl.
take long for you to figure out if a person
Alright.
got your best interest at heart. Like
Right.
you said, a lot of people tell the truth when they upset. So you know, pay attention to the signs.
Okay.
And then after that, you know, you got to start moving accordingly, because you know, ain't nobody in charge of your destiny but you. So at that point, it's like, you know what? You're not for me. You're not, you know, iron sharpens iron, is a big word. So if you're not building with me, then what's the point of us just sitting there cohabitating, if I can say?
Right.
Okay, interesting, y'all. 312-738-1060. Y'all call on in, man. I know the phone lines are, you know, blaring up. We're getting the signals, but I mean, just if you got something very important, they're gonna let it through. 738-1060, 312 area code. If you have a new relationship, how involved do your friends become? That's the question for tonight. Hood Race, I kind of wanted you to piggyback on what she was saying. I guess the question is there a cutoff point?
It most certainly is. It's gonna vary depending on who the person is and the significance they have in your life. I could apply it to my life. I got a brother that's 30-year friend, like literally. We just don't see eye to eye when
Right.
it comes to relationships, because now we grew up with the same standards, the same perceptions, but there came a point where our lives went different. You know what I mean? We had the same goals. We're gonna accomplish this. We're gonna go party. We're gonna go do this. But then I became a father at 20. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, right now he's 41, still don't got any kids. So you know, our lives went different. So our priorities were different. And the minute my priorities changed, my lifestyle changed, his opinion no longer applied, because we're two different men at this
Right,
point. You know what I mean?
exactly.
So we had to get to that point and say, all right, I still love you, but I'm gonna walk this way and you walk that way.
Interesting.
And how long you say? 20 years?
30.
See, right?
Yeah,
It don't
30
matter.
years,
30
You
years.
gotta
Oh,
keep
wow.
moving.
Okay, well, we have some more female energy in the room. Mickey, what about you? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, won't you bring your chair right here in the middle for a hot minute? You know what I'm saying? That you know, since you're not recording no more, I want y'all, you know what I'm saying, to know the woman behind the scenes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, sit down, Queen. Move it a little bit. There you go. Yes. Okay. So, what about on some? We're gonna go to the female energy a little bit. Can you introduce her? Can you let people know exactly who Mickey is?
This is Darling Mickey, Vice President of Team at Ease Sundays.
All right.
National award-winning spoken word artist.
Yes,
You
yes.
published, you know what I'm saying, CD. Very dope sister. Yeah.
Okay. And with that being said, so this is a woman of prestige, someone who is definitely by your side, someone who got your back, somebody who knows the craft. And being intimate like that, I want you to weigh in a little bit. Is there a cutoff point? Is there a cutoff point with a male or female that's a friend that is maybe a little bit too negative, though she may or he may mean well, you feel that it's just not, it's not as supportive as it could be in the beginning of a relationship.
It's not what you need.
Absolutely. I, in the beginning of a relationship, I actually don't want to hear anybody's opinion. I need to be able to see for myself. Let me dig into it and see what it is that I see, and then I'll ask somebody that's on the outside looking in. Somebody always sees something you don't see on the outside. So I don't mind hearing it. Not at the beginning, though. Don't tell me anything, because you're taking my relationship already. So whatever opinions you have, whether it's good or bad,
Nice.
I won't accept it. I need to be able to see for myself.
Nice, nice. Okay, and that's very valid. And now we're gonna stretch it just a little bit because we're putting the peanut butter on now. Now we're gonna spread it a little bit. We're gonna spread it. Okay, what about family? Because you have to remember, family's also in that circle, right? Now, family. This is my opinion. Family really no different than a best friend, because sometimes best friends can know a little bit more than family. You know what I'm saying? So, do we take family value any different? I'm gonna start with you, Sid.
Well, as she just said, in the beginning, it's best for you to just see what you see first. And even with family, see, the thing with family is, you start a relationship and now you're telling your family he cheating, she cheating, etc., etc. Now the family isn't always forgiving as you. So okay, time go by, you decide, okay, it wasn't that bad. Now you take him or her back, and now you still got your family. Remember he cheated. Remember this. So I don't think, me personally, I wouldn't introduce my family to anybody I'm even considering until about 2, 3, 4.
Now, what if it's wonderful? What if the beginning is just really all that? You feel that you have met the right person. Your family happens to be, along the way because of your family. It's been good. It ain't been nothing bad. It ain't been no cheating. It been, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I get a lot of questions in my inbox. People ask all these questions. So we're throwing on the table now because I know you viewers at home are soaking this up. And this is what's directed tonight. If the family is supportive, right? How close do you let them, really know? Do you want to let the family know everything?
Absolutely not.
Okay. And why?
Just
Why
for
is it?
surface, because at some point you have to separate. Again, like I said, some things happen. Now you're telling your family, and they're not as forgiving. So you definitely would try to keep your family. All you see is surface. Anything that go in my house stays between me and my mate, I think.
I think that's beautiful. Ladies first. Again.
No, I absolutely agree. Again, like she said, the family gonna be like, remember that?
Exactly.
Remember that? Remember that? Although your relationship is good, they're always looking for whatever is your best interest. So they're looking for what did they do wrong, what is happening, especially if you're in a new relationship. You obviously, the relationship before didn't go so well. So they're looking for those things in that other person.
That's true.
And then they don't see, I actually tell my friends more than I tell my family. So your friends see a little bit more than your family sees. They see what you show them. And you don't want them to know that something is going bad in your relationship.
Right.
So they get all the butterflies and flowers,
Right.
but it's some dirt.
That's a good one. Well, okay. We the guys in the house.
Listen,
Come on, we the guys in the house.
I keep, honestly, there's no difference between friends and the best friend and family, because your best friend is family. That's
Right.
where they've been there just as long as family has.
Right.
And one thing they all do is they mask critique in love and protect. Like they criticize everything you do in the form of, I'm here to protect you, but you can't protect me from everything. You gotta let me go through what I'm going through. You gotta let me build. You gotta let me stumble. You gotta let me know if this is for me.
Exactly.
So because of that, I keep everybody at a respected distance. You know what I mean? You don't know. You don't need to know everything. I don't even glorify all the good things that happen. Everything that's happening in my personal life is my personal life.
Exactly.
We going through it between me and my mate. It ain't for everybody's eyes to see. I mean, the less people in your business, the stronger it be.
Right. Okay. Well, as Sin, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Sin ain't jump in right now. And be like, well, what about you, sir? What about you, sir? What about you? What you think, sir? Right. Okay. Well, all right. Here go my 2 cents, right, on the whole thing. I think that, balance is definitely needed. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a new relationship, you are happy. You want to include your friends, But the problem is that, and like I think we've all come up with the same synopsis, friends will critique in a way that might not be healthy. Because it's more like they feel, even the best of friends may be slightly judged, not in a bad way, but just because it's somebody new in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Now let time pass by and them people see that you all that, you know what I'm saying? Then they'll be like, well, I knew he was the one. I knew she was the one. Then it's a whole new deal, you know what I'm saying? Then you want them over, but time will tell. Time will tell. So for all you people at home going through these new relationships, hang in there. Don't, hold on to the every whim of a friend. If there is a cutoff point, explain to that person, say, you know what, give me a break. You know what I'm saying? Let me go through what I'm going through. If you really love me, I'm going to call you first. You still going to be my bestie. You know what I'm saying? You going to be my ace. You going to be the one I'm going to tell anyway. But just fall back. Let me do me. You know what I'm saying? Let me learn about this person. Let me, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, I'll let you know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. I think that should be the main critique, you know what I'm saying, of a friend. And guess what? If a friend really care, they'll understand.
Absolutely.
They will understand, and they'll be like, you know what? Go ahead. I love you. I love you. You got my blessings.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Real quick, I always, want to come in with a quick political, theme. Our theme for the month right now is a young man that, I've been following, I'm advocating for, named Terrence Burns, and I love this man to death. He is an inmate who has been wrongly justified. He's done 23 years, y'all. 23 years, and we know that he's innocent. We've proven he's innocent, and now we're going to try our best, and I'm going to try my best, to advocate for him to get him out before, his time comes up, which is next year. So for all of you at home, remember that name, Terrence Burns. If you guys have any questions about it, I'm going to start posting it on Ulon.Life. As you guys know, the name of the show is Ulon.Life for a reason, because that is our website. So we ingenuitively, being creative, and have put the website out there just so you guys can go about it. We're getting ready to dedicate a page to him to keep you guys abreast with a, I guess you could say a blog, of what's going on with the case. And at the time, I need you guys at home, maybe to come out. We might do a day at Daily Center. But we're picking it for him because you got to understand, now that we're a day and age of technology and for forensics and this and that, we can prove a man's innocence.
Absolutely.
There ain't no, this black man might have did it. No, we know he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So the case is already up. We're trying to get him exonerated, and I'm on it. So for you guys at home, know that it's been another brother unjustly locked up 23 years. And guess what? This man is still high, bright spirited. He's on the thing. He does spoken word. So we're going to get this brother out. I heard him be top notch. Yes. And so I definitely want to get him on a good team. So when he comes out, I'm definitely going to do something. Maybe I can do something with him because he's a good brother. I mean, a really good brother. He paid his dues for nothing, and we're going to get him home because he does not to be in there, okay? So for my boy T, man, I love you, man. To the Burns family, man, I'm here for you, man. We out here, baby. We're going to keep pushing, all right? Absolutely. All right. With that being said, I want to start off real quick. We do our quick little shout outs. But again, I want you guys at home to remember, if you are in a new relationship and you feel like your friends are being a little bit too much critiquing, you know what I'm saying? Just critiquing a little bit too much. I think we've all agreed today that maybe it's best for you to just fall back from them for a while. Indeed. Let them, let them understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's a cutoff period. Yeah. You got to cut them off, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They're not going to be walking down the aisle, you know what I'm saying, with you. They're not going to be the one crying tonight with you being held by your mate. They're not the one going through all this. They may hear of it, you know what I'm saying? And if they're your true blue friends, I'm talking about true blue friends, they going to understand.
I agree.
They're going to be there, you know what I'm saying? And we love y'all. Sit. Shouts out, baby.
First, I'd like to thank God who's ahead of my life.
Yes.
My family, my son who's on the other side of the window sleeping. Ulon for giving me this platform.
Yes.
And
don't you got some good news real quick?
I definitely got some good news. So today I got my non-for-profit started. If you guys are doing anything with the youth, please invite me. And so I'm excited moving forward with that. I've been doing it for quite some time now, just made it official, so I'm excited about my future.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey. So and as always, man, I'm glad to be a part of the journey along the way, because I got your back. You already know this. Stop playing. All right. My drummer man, you know who you are. I love you to death. Mickey.
Shout out to Team at Ease and every other poetry team, spoken word team out there, y'all. Get up with Tiana Riel. She's a new poet on the scene. I like you guys. Check her out.
Our special guest.
Peace and blessings to all the open-minded folks out there trying to make a difference, knowing it's not about you, it's about your stories are for other people, not yourselves. Shout out to the squad for Ulon.Life for having us. It's always a chance to build a network. That's what I'm all about. At these Sundays, every first Sunday of the month, 6624 West North Avenue. The next one is May 5th. Come holler at us.
And Ulon.Life gonna mark it down. So if y'all need it, that again, come to Ulon.Life. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put it up there. Let them know the days are coming, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
Real quick, Nikki, do me a favor, move your chair over just a tad bit. You know what I'm saying? I want to close out real quick with a quick piece for my boy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know this is Hood Rays, one of my original cast, man. We go way back, and he getting ready to bless the mic again. So move up here a little bit. And without further, and real quick, before I go, I gotta give a special shout out, man, you know what I'm saying, to my girl Adrian, you know what I'm saying, my second mom, I love you to death, man. And of course, you know what I'm saying, my baby Lynn, you know what I'm saying, we in this to win this, you know what I'm saying, we gonna do us, you know what I'm saying, always, because that's important, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, don't worry about the haters, my children, everybody that supported Ulon, all the Ulons across Chicago right now. My boy Rich, who we call Milwaukee in the house, you know what I'm saying, leader in straight prayers of 10 City, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing. I done cuffed him and took him up. He's actually the one recording this. That's Milwaukee right there. That's Milwaukee, the main man, you know what I'm saying, who's doing this thing. Without further ado, Hood Rays, let's take it away.
My people often complain about difficulty, and I can admit that times are hard. But I also got to say that some of these hardships are self-imposed when a brother won't stop smoking weed long enough to pass a drug screen to get a job. He's like all he sees is the streets and his cars. Because he ignorant to the fact that the streets is the biggest beast in them all. He end up trying to stomp with the big dogs when his feet is too small. But it's time we unlearn some of these mind states our situations have forced us to adapt to. Because we have to. Because there's no escaping that boomerang called karma, because whatever you put out is coming tenfold back at you. But this is what began the sin of many. They get addicted to the block because they feel like the ends is plenty. They don't realize counting those 10s and 20s, go get them 10 to 20. And the pen and within men tend to be extra friendly.
Come on.
But who's to blame for these particular brothers' shortcomings? Especially when the brother was supposed to teach that brother never really learned nothing. So which came first, the chicken or the egg? How you gonna lay a message when you drawing a blank within your head? Since I know better, I'm obligated to teach. There's no limit to the amount of people I'm gonna reach. My words gonna be filled with change and power, like an Obama speech. Because where I'm at and where I'm from, same place. I walk down the same blocks and I see the same face, but I'll never leave because I don't believe I gotta change my space in order to change my fate. I keep hearing about this change, so I'ma wait with both feet planted on the west side. A place of horror stories so outsiders be petrified. And you gotta cram daily for the test to survive. If you see a strange vehicle creeping up your set and it comes to arrest, I strongly suggest that you dive. Because every day is a new journey and obstacle.
Come on.
The struggle is constant, but survival is optional. So what some opt to do is sell a rock or two. Then get they work and wait up and take over a block or two, because there's actually nothing out there stopping you. Because depending on how hot you got the block, if your money and clientele comes in flocks, cops become your partners too. Because life is a cycle. We become what we seen. Knuckleheads raise little knuckleheads, but kings and queens raise kings and queens.
Woo! All right. That's what I'm talking about. We right on time. Y'all already know. I appreciate everybody that called in. I know we couldn't take the call again only because we was moving. And you know what I'm saying, I was getting the signals. But I just want y'all to know, man, next week we back on the popping with the callers. I want to say much love to the Kellers, man, the old school Kellers, the new school, and all my baby Kellers. We love y'all, man. Again, man, I appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
My
Thank you for having
beautiful co-host. I love you so much,
Yeah.
Queen. Congratulations on the ISBN number, and I want big things from you. I'm gonna be seeing it. She may be getting her own TV show here, y'all.
Yes.
But again, man, always remember, man, love y'all. And again, each one teach one, and don't stop there. Call on in. Ulon for life, baby. Holla.